Hey YouTube, it's only me. So, really don't know what I'm going to talk about. Just thought start the video and see what happens, because at the end of the day, we're going to keep moving this forward. In fact, things did move forward yesterday. Like, I've got very, very few friends, like solid, as you, and of all of you who've been watching the channel, which is nobody, you'll know that solitude is the challenge. And so, just to elaborate on that a little bit, like, I am alone. And that's okay. Like, I have to learn to be comfortable with that, and definitely have done. But like, I have like some friends, people I see, but it's not like close relations. Like, I can't really get close connections with people, although people love me and I love them. We never really do things together. I'm just a ghost, so that's okay. But one of my really good friends, I think, like, she's like saved me, and she's wonderful and she's brilliant, and we were like, when we met, we were like instantly knew that we were like soul family, because she's like a very spiritual woman as well. She's young, she's 23. Well, anyway, went for a drink. This is, as you may know, this is Bobby. We went for a drink yesterday here in the square, and I told her some of my dreams, and she lit up with the idea of them, like the brilliance of them, like really could see it, and things that she really needed. And I kind of need that partnership as well, because although I can dream, I'm not really like someone who can tangibly bring things down to the earth. It's a woman who can make things happen. And so like, we sat and had a drink yesterday, and we ended up coming back here to the Ivory Tower, and we were talking and really sparking brilliant ideas, writing notes, like really moving things forward. We drank half a bottle of wine that someone left in my fridge, because I don't drink, but there was a bottle of wine left in the fridge. And so we cracked it open and we drank it, and I was drunk. I was dancing. It must have been about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the evening. We had a bit of a dance to the disco music, then eat the kung fu pasta, and I must have fallen into bed like at about 9 o'clock or something. Like, I feel great today. Like, I slept off my hangover, so to speak. But like, yeah, it was good. Like, and it's really good. And like whilst I have got the dream, whilst I am the architect of the idea, there's someone who can really believes in what I'm talking about, and can see what I'm talking about, and believes in it. And between the two of us, we could really do it. Like, if we're going to create, if we're going to travel, then it's better to have two people as well for filming and that kind of thing. Like, and she's someone who can go live in the woods as well. She's wildly brilliant. And we got a good dynamic because we're very opposite. But we'll see how it goes. Like, I'll introduce you because she's going to be a part of the channel. So like at the moment, it's just like Bobby's ass. But you know, like, we're gonna come in here, like, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna and take it all together and put it all together. And she's really excited by the prospects, and so am I. In the meantime, we've also got a project to work on here in town. Like, it's a business prospect, really. And I'll tell you the road that I came to get to this conclusion of what we've drawn, is that I am somebody who never really took very much at all. I was very much a giver. Like, in relationships, I would always kind of be attracted to a person who was naturally a taker. Because all I wanted to do was pour my love into somebody. Like, in a way, I wouldn't even allow myself to receive love. And so it was a very natural balance, so very, very twisted, that I would be with women who were perhaps like not really very emotionally open, and I would substitute for that, like, don't worry about it, I've got it, like, kind of thing. But you know, like, when you deal with that kind of, when you're my kind of energy and you're that kind of energy, there could be very little left for people like us at the end. And it's a difficult dynamic, because I am divine feminine, and the kind of women that I date are like power women, like lawyer, like boring, like really boring women. But like, I love that, like, because they're supposed to give me stability, but they never do. It's a tricky dynamic, because I'm like I'm divine feminine, but I'm not a woman, so I'm crap at doing women things, like the things that were culturally women things. I don't really pick those things up. Like, and then she's also really culturally crap at being a man, the role that man would take within a family. She's crap at that too. It makes a fucking whole mess. So anyway, after being thrown on the scrap heap of romance yet again with nothing to show for it, having given everything and taken nothing, I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. It's all about defining your own value, right? Like, what is my value? And I'm very, very valuable. Like, I'm a rare bird. I'm 42 years old. Do you think the kind of guys that are my age have any interest, are interested in whatsoever? They're all asleep thinking that they can just buy themselves a woman or whatever, paying for fucking things. Well, anyway, like, whatever. Well, like, I know my value, and it's a lot. It's high. And, you know, like, if someone's not willing to accept that, then I'll take that for myself. And so, I mean, this is funny. I toyed with the idea of becoming a prostitute. Like, yeah, I'm going to become a prostitute. But define my own value. No more of this give and take balance of relationship, which is imbalanced. Like, okay, so if it's imbalanced, great, I can give unconditional love, but instead of not taking anything for it, just pay me, dude, because my deficiency is in money. I'm okay. Like, I'm not concerned about money. I've got enough money to pay for everything, but like, you know, like, money in it. And that's what they've got. And if they're deficient in emotions, I can supply that. And for God's sake, like, no more. Let's not pretend that like I don't need to take something out of this. And if there's anything I need to take, there's, you know, like, money. But anyway, that was where the story ended, because I'm not actually capable of doing that line of work. Like, I'm absolutely incapable of actually doing that line of work. Like, although the idea of valuing myself and pricing my value and understanding the value of that is very, very good for me, ultimately I'm not really going to market myself and advertise myself in that field, because, like, well, like, I don't think I could complete the job, kind of thing. Like, yeah, I could be funny and chatty and interesting over dinner, but like, when it comes to like, so should we go back to mine, I'd be like, I don't know about that. Fucking lamb would come out, because like, I am not like other men like that. Like I'll tell you the truth, right? Like, I don't really, I'm not comfortable just fucking people. I don't fuck people because I'm not comfortable with it, because it's intimacy. Because I believe that sex, love and intimacy are all connected. And I think that, like, one of the reasons why people drink to have sex is to get over the intimacy. Because what the intimacy is actually saying is, it's like your internal radar that's saying that person is not right for you. But to overcome that, people drink and fall into it. But really, I'm learning to understand that if I'm not intimately comfortable with somebody, then I shouldn't be having sex with them. And then it's just waiting for the right one to come. Like, when the right one steps into your world, it's like they walk through all the walls, and it's like, oh, I've known you forever. And then you know that that's the one. And that's kind of not waiting for that, because quite frankly, I'm like not interested in pouring myself out to any more women who quite frankly give me nothing at the back end of it. I'm like really not interested in doing that anymore. But yeah, so where we're up to, so we're talking about defining your own value, right? Like, what is my value? And it's high, but I couldn't actually do the intimacy thing, because like, I'm not that detached. You need to be detached, right? Any guys who are watching this, gentlemen who are watching this, who feel like, because like, there's a thing, I mean, I'm 42 years old, right? But when I was a boy, I had to kind of not pretend to be a man, but play the game of being a man, you know? Like, because everybody like, I like to have sex and I love women, but everyone seems so fucking lusty. Like, it's all like over lusty, and it's like, yeah, me too. Like, yeah, look at that. Like, yeah, super lusty too. But I really never was, and I think that as I've got older, I've become more confident in being able to stand in my own celibacy, quite frankly. I'll be honest with you, I'll stand in my own celibacy. Because I know my own value, and I know the value of that. And if you feel drawn to that as well as a man, that's not something that defines a man. That's something that defines a beast. Anyway, whatever. Like, the point is that I couldn't do the job. So, given that I couldn't do the job, meant that, okay, It's not for me. But I think I hit on an idea because there's, the male escort industry, I don't think it really provides women with what they want. Like, what do women want? They want some gigolo turn up in a suit. Hi, big jawline, men's health model. Hi, I'm here to fuck. Like I guess there is some kind of women that would like that, but I'm pretty sure that there's other kind of women that would find that quite intimidating and wouldn't make them feel very, very good at all. You know. So yeah, I think there's a real deficit in the industry of male escorts that provide what women want for whatever they want. You know, like someone who's like interesting people, like real people who are interesting people and interesting dates, and like wow, because women want an interest too. You know, you could have like models for the women who just want it like super sexy, and then but like professionals as well, you know, like professional men like doctors, lawyers. It's fun. It will be fun, and it will be positive. I think it will be a positive thing. Like people, when you talk about like prostitution, immediately people would start to think that is morally questionable. The church bell rings as I said it, but I don't know, because like if Lord moves in mysterious ways, and if you could actually provide like the kind of guys who were like divine feminine, like a giving energy to perhaps very, very successful women who embodied masculine energy, you kind of like they just want to be adored, and guys like me, we just can't help but adore these women. So like in a way, like give them what they want. It doesn't have to be about sex. It's not about just some guy who's going to come in. And I guess that there is a part of that, but I'm talking about this. I think that's like this much of the industry, and there's this much of the industry which is just providing fun boyfriend experience, you know. But anyway, so within my own, although there's nothing really happening in monk life, I'm still just like doing the simple things and living the simple routine. Within my mind, this week I became a prostitute, and like then I became a pimp, so that was fun. That was fun. But I was talking to my friend about it, and she's a young girl, and I think at first when I started talking about it, she could only see that kind of what the industry currently presents, and she was like, no, I don't think it works. I don't think there's a market for it. I don't think what women want. But when I expanded on the idea and showed what isn't available, but what women really would want out of that, like professional women would want out of that experience, she really could see the vision. She got really excited by it, and that was the thing that caused us to start spinning around the living room. Like, let's dance, and then early bed because we drank the wine. But it was cool, and like it's good to have it's good to have her on board, because I think like if we're gonna do it. And if we're gonna front it, and we're gonna present it properly, like it is and like it should be, and like genuinely get like the best guys in the world. Like you might not want to date me, like because I've got rastas. I totally get that. But like the idea of somebody who is of a more mature age, photographer, dancer, musician, interesting catch, you know what I mean? Like not these boring suit guys, because like these women live in a suit world, and all these boring suit guys, they don't want that guy. Okay, so he may be more handsome than the guys in the office, but it's not really what they want. They want some wildcat. Anyway, I'm going to bring in Emily, and Emily's going to come and sit with me, and we'll talk about it. You'll see. Like I'm sure that the views will go up significantly while she's sat next to me instead of Bobby's ass. But like we could really do it, because this is not something that this kind of industry is like it's very, very discreet, but like you don't have to like sneak around and be like a dark. It's not dark. Like if you genuinely believe in what you're doing, and you're genuinely providing a really, really interesting dating experience for a specific type of archetype of woman that's like deficient, like that's not like a negative thing. That's not like a dangerous thing. It's a good thing. Like people are happy. Like lonely people become happy. Like I totally get that. And so like it's not something that I would feel like you would have to hide. Like, oh, I'm a pimp. No, I would front it. Like, we both would, because we both believe in it. That we wouldn't just be doing it. We wouldn't even be doing it for the money, because neither of us are really interested in the money. We'd be doing it for the experience, and we realise, we both see the what we could actually achieve from that. Like, by following this, we could really, really like change like an entire industry. And isn't that smash the patriarchy? Isn't that smashing the patriarchy? Isn't it a wonderful dynamic if it's like you're providing really elite men for high for rich women? Like, isn't that like truly empowering the divine feminine? Like, because from my own perspective as a divine feminine, the idea of constantly giving all my love away to women who give me nothing, quite frankly, we split the bill on everything because I'm a man, you know, like they don't even pay me. Like, the idea for me that my value would be defined and handed to me would be very, very empowering for me. Be very empowering for me from this guy's perspective. And I think it's very empowering for the woman as well, because they're very clear about what they're getting and they don't have to play a silly dance. The pony plays the dance, right? The pony would dance for the lady. Well, that's what we do anyway. I'm retired from dancing from princess, because I had princess addiction in the past. And I'm retired from dancing for princesses, that's for sure. Because right now, like, the princess has to dance for me. Like, that's going to be fun, because that's never going to happen. But anyway, I'll tell you my twin flame karmic stories later. But either way, like it's all good. Like, it's a good dream, and it's good fun, and it makes me laugh, and it makes me smile, and I really see the vision of it being a really, really healthy thing. So, like, we're gonna pursue it. So you'll see Anemone another time. So, like, I may as well finish there, because, like, I could just carry on talking about my life like Saturday afternoon, but I think this is like taken shape enough to actually be about something. So I'll listen back to it and give it a title. Thanks very much, guys. Like, thanks very much for listening. Like, share, and comment. If you watch this video to the end, if you actually watched all of this and listened to it, then you're my special lover, and give you all my love and light, which is valuable. It's very valuable. Big kisses for you all. Bye bye.